Alright, Sourith, the Viper's Fang. Yep. Give everything hexproof. Gotta deal with me first. I mean, I just think it's the best card in the pack. Olivia's Midnight Ambush is good. Play with Fire's good. Weaver's good. Shadow Beast Sighting's good. But I think that the Sourith, the Viper's Fang, is great. Giving tapped creatures you control Death Touch is particularly scary if, say, you're green-black, you have some zombies, and you swing with the zombies. They can't really block to prevent the damage without losing creatures. This will never stop wheeling, ever. It'll never stop. Willowgeist is also pretty good. It's pretty good. I think that the best card here is actually just the good old Bait Hook Angler. Not gonna lie, the 2/1 that comes back is the 1/2 flyer. Especially if we're in green, that 1/2 flyer can absorb counters and start swinging in for more damage. I think that this requires a lot of conditions. This you just play on turn 2 and it just kind of stops things. Yeah, I will do this. And nothing else in this pack really seems good. Beloved Beggar, again, I was a former fan of. I formerly was a fan of Beloved Beggar. No longer. Not a chance anymore. Oh, whoops. I wanted to mark it and then explain my choice, but instead I selected it. That's fine. This is still the card that I wanted. I like Defend the Celestus because I think instant speed combat tricks and interaction are quite good. We also have the Vampire Socialite. Do we have anything good in black? No. We don't really have anything good in this pack. I think that the Vampire Socialite is the best card here. And I'm just going to pick this. I mean, obviously, Sareth, Bait Hook Angler, Defend the Celestus is good. But I'm seeing one blue card, one green card, and they're both weak. Go ahead and just pick the Vampire Socialite. I think this is clearly the best card here. 2/2 with Menace means that you almost always get in for a little crack. Ghoulish Procession I found to be pretty terrible. I would much rather this just be a creature or a card that does something and produces a 2/2 black zombie automatically. Honestly, I think something like a Hobbling Zombie is a great example of a card I'd prefer over the Ghoulish Procession. And let's be honest, tons of blue and black cards already make zombies anyways. I'm going to keep an eye out for some more Rakdos things, because Rakdos Vampires, if you have a lot. And I mean, even if there was no Hobbling Zombie there, as a really nice reference example, I would still probably just get the good old Vampire Socialite, because, I mean, it's... Ooh, I am hungry for more of this stuff, baby. Are there any things good in the green and blue? No, I think Hungry for More might actually be our pick. So we're looking for some Vampire Interlopers, if we want to dip into that. Well, there's a Blood Tithe Collector. Also want some Voldaren Stingers. I think these are very good in the zombie decks. Or excuse me, vampire decks. Hungry for More. Trample Lifelink Haste is just great for being the aggressor. Arrogant Outlaw. That's exactly what we're looking for. Good job, Day9. Good job identifying that. Good job. Snuggly Sadie says, where do you value Duress? Yes, Duress I would probably put as, sort of comically... Ooh, wow, we're lucky. I would comically put Duress as one of the worst cards you can get in draft, because most of the time people are running mostly creatures. They're running mostly creatures. So Duress has a pretty high probability of when you cast it, nothing happens. In addition... you often get access to enough creatures that you want to be running creatures yourself. So you're not running a Duress, and this, or if you're running a Duress, you're not running a creature in place of it, right? So you're losing out on the creature. In a vacuum, it whiffs a lot, and one of the most common things that you'll see in draft, in particular in the drafts that we've been doing on this channel, is you will see frequently that it's top deck versus top deck. Or I have a land in my hand, and my opponent has a land in their hand, and it's a lot of stuff on the board. If you draw a Duress there, it can just feel devastating. I guess Silverbolt. Vampires with removal. I've increasingly started to like Bat Whisperer. Oh, yes! Alright, we did the right move. People seem to not be getting a lot of the essential cards that we would typically want. Should I actually be getting a Blade Brand instead of an Immolation? Probably not. Pack Betrayal. Okay. Good job, Sean. Good job, me. I think that this was the key moment in the draft, certainly. Now, let's keep in mind, we could go 0-3. We could go 0-3 still, but regardless, we're going to pump ourselves up, because who doesn't love a little auto-inflationing? I think the key moment was when I had these perfectly good red and blue cards, and then looked at this Vampire Socialite and went, we're getting that one. Foul Play is the one, destroys the small creatures that are in the way. One of the big things to note is that this destroys creatures with power 2 or less. Often all flyers are power 2 and less. So we can get those things out of the way for a Vampire Interloper to really perform the smackening. But Foul Play, destroy a creature, and investigate is excellent. Hi, my name is Sean. My favorite thing in my whole life is to repeat myself. I love repeating myself. I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to hover over this card. I'm just going to repeat myself a little bit. This is a card. It kills the thing and lets us draw power 2 or less flyers, blah, blah, blah. Probably won't need this. Probably don't need that. You want to repeat? Well, just give me that chance. Alright, Infernal Grasp is like the best removal in the set. Boop. Ta-da! We're doing it. So no one's black then. Well, certainly not to the left. Actor says, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat yourself?
Yes.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 creatures, which is actually pretty good. I'll definitely get the Burn the Accursed. Definitely. Look at all that insane blue. That's a lot of ridiculous blue, man. Sure Signs, do you think you'll check out Inscription at some point? A roguelike card game with a bit of psych horror? I've never even heard of Inscription, Sure Sign. Never even heard of it. And also, happy 4 years. Oh, yes, please. I love to ambush Voldarenly. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's rad. There's a lot of good games coming up. Actually, on Thursday this week, we're playing Trials of Fire. Trials of Fire. Which is a deck-building, roguelike tactics game. You are probably picking up that there's a type of game that I enjoy playing. Neonate Rush, I think, is amazing. Beep, beep, right back at you. Okay. The big thing that we now really are hunting for is just 2-drop vampires aplenty. 2-drop vampires aplenty. 3 Voldaren Ambushers is, like, alarmingly good. We have a good amount of creatures. We really, really want... I will get this. I will get this for sure. Instant speed, get rid of things in the graveyard for the long grindy matches is terrific. No way! I don't understand what's happening, because, I mean, I feel like we're getting nice picks. Like, if this Neonate Rush wheels, which I sort of expected it to, maybe it won't. Maybe I'm actually wrong. All right, I'm right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm getting to do what I want to do. I feel like I'm getting it. This might actually be a little slow for our list. I mean, actually, maybe yes. Festival Crasher is good. Maybe, yeah. Maybe this is the one non-vampire that I'll run. You have a mounted Dread Knight. But I want to be a little leery about these 5-costers. Really, 2s are where I'm hunting for. Tuesday Twitches, are there any niche games that you've been enjoying in your spare time? Well, I should say niche games. I learned that the word niche, a niche is a small area, like a niche game is like a very small market, like perhaps basketball-themed visual novels. You know, it's a niche genre. But a niche, spelled the same way, is like a little physical alcove, like a little tiny thing, you know, like a niche underneath a stairwell where you might store something. And I learned that niche is the traditional pronunciation for the concept, and a niche is the traditional pronunciation for the niche is the traditional pronunciation for physical space. Good. I think is this. Part of me is like, maybe I should just pick up the Thermo Alchemist. I mean, we got 3 Thermo Alchemists in a row, but I kind of feel like there's a blue-red spells player who's going to nab these. I'm going to run this. I'm just overcutting for a brief moment. Don't mind me. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the Bat Whisperer. Still hungry for 2s. If I can just pick up Interloper, 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 we're just doing it. Because then the Voldaren Ambusher Interloper combo's activated. Neonate's Rush needs vampires, so this is really more like here. I'd also love a Voldaren Stinger. That would be a good card to get. Siege Zombie is the correct one. If the board stalls, I can tap to shoot and then like play a Bat Whisperer and get a 1/1. I'll run a lot of these if I can. Whew. Yes. Whew. Do I even need this thing? I might not even need this thing. Do I just run all these Neonate Rushes? There are 2 should have 14, 15 creatures. Really? Are we going to get a bunch of Thermo Alchemists in a row? Probably don't need the... Well, I don't need these 2. I mean, 3 Thermo Alchemists. Okay, alright. There's a Burn the Accursed. That's actually probably pretty good for us, huh? Yeah, none of this stuff is very good. Huh. Trample Vamps are weird. What about Trample, Lifelink, Haste Vamps, huh? I think that this is fine as 16 if we were running 4 Neonates rushes and we have 2 foul plays. Gotta be honest, I think it's the Rotten Reunion that gets out of there. Because, like, imagine we are... Suppose for a moment that we are a deck that's trying to be proactive. Suppose, just close your eyes and imagine we're trying to be proactive with this list, okay? I think that if we're trying to be proactive, this requires things to be in the graveyard to actually do good stuff. Do you have zombies to trigger Siege Zombie? This just says tap 3 untapped creatures you control. Doesn't even have to be zombies. It happens to use a lot of zombies in it. Vamps into pants. Alright. Boing, boing. This is the list. So, Siege Zombie is actually very strong as an enabler for these types of decks. One of the reasons why I'm comfortable running 16 lands is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways to just draw. And for that reason, I feel comfortable doing stuff. Alright. Looks like a good aggro list. Alchemist might be better than Siege Zombies. That's actually maybe... That's maybe it. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right. Maybe I should have taken another look, but I didn't. I just made the swap and yeeted myself in there. I mean... Someone says this deck is going 7-0 or 0-3. This is not the best hand, but I do have a turn 1, 2, 3 play. Hobnob Man. That is a good card. Well, where's my Rotten Reunion, damn it? I'd rather run this later. Hit me. Nice. Believe me when I say, there is a lot more where that came from. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Voldaren Ambusher. It's just too good to be able to pick off this Organ Hoarder for free. Alright. The blue player wants to race. It resolves. We're going to pass. Because if we pass, we can still defenestrate one of these things on their turn. Yeah, I think we just take that action. Dude, look at how many cards I have. Look at how many cards my opponent has. Sure. I think I just hard cast the Bat Whisperer. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I have a different play that I'm going to do. So now I can tap and start activating things. This is a play in a literal way, but we would just kill it instantly. Shadowcast, I think, would have waited for them to sack the zombie. Well, I need to cast something because it's the end of my turn. Because I need to cast something at the end of my turn, because I need to cast something at the end of the turn, I was sort of given the choice, do I want to wait, or do I want to cast a spell and be efficient with my mana? So I wanted to cast a spell and be efficient with my mana. So given that, what should I target? That's how I did it. Oh, hey, I Run JT gifted 5 subs a long time ago. Oh my god, I Run JT, I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention. I was busy making the most powerful vampire thermo-alchemic deck in the world. I think I need to stop doing reactive things, and I need to start doing proactive things. Playing this Whisperer. Like, dude, 5/3. It's really good right now. Thanks for the suggestion about replacing the Siege Zombie with the Thermo Alchemist. I think the Thermo Alchemist is just leaner and cleaner. Jelly Carabiner. There's Burn Down the House, the only sweeper in the set. There's Burn Down the House. There is Vanquish the Horde. Shoot that one. Oh, as if life couldn't get better. If you want to turn stuff sideways, you're going to have to turn like a lot of stuff sideways, man. Nothing's doing the turn. Okay. So we've already dealt the damage, so this should come out with an extra counter on it. Let's get the 3/2, because it's the harder one to kill. I think this is good for me to swing in. My opponent would have to double block with this and this, which is kind of exactly what I'm hoping for. This is working. Also the black token sweeper. Yeah, it's like cripple the zombies or something. Oh, Meat Hook Massacre is the black one. That's right. Now it's just us. It's just you and me with our giant bucket of lard, just chomping away. May I ask what the rook symbol is? The rook symbol says that it's a defender. And technically this isn't a rook, this is the traditional turret that would be at the end of a rampart that you would put archers in and shoot. Sure. Again, I'm quite a fan of these little bat whisperers. Wake up, wake on up. Bang. That is excellent. Actually, that's a symbol for a birthday cake. Ah, yes, it is the Thermo Alchemist birthday. Happy birthday, Thermo Alchemist. You're totally right, Air Daddy. Thanks for catching that. I might just have to burn the accursed. Well, I think we'll just ditch this one and this one, huh? That's where the Spider-Man symbol is on the Vampire Socialite. Ah, yes, because it goes to Comic-Con every year and it likes to have that badge next to its name. Its entire identity is wrapped up in July each year. Get 'em, boys. It's bats. Don't do it when you want to go through it. You know, it's just a beautiful thing. We have 3 more of these in the deck. I was so impressed with this card when I started to play with it. There's a lot of 1 health things, 1 toughness things. It deals damage to the enemy, it draws a card. I mean, it's been very, very impressive to me. Oh my god. All right. Remember what I was saying about how foul play hits flyers a lot? Good lord. Okay. Hey, I mean, that felt really good. That was like a fun game. We have discovered lethal using the powers of our minds. And I'd like to give a shout out to the Bat Whisperer, which is again a card that I was a little cool on. initially, but I think it's actually really started to impress me over time. This is okay. This is an okay hand. Ecstatic Awakener is actually not the strongest in our deck. I'm going to hang on to this, like, no matter what, because it's a very good hand, but... Oh, that's the one. There it is. Can I ask what the symbol on your forehead is? Does it stand for so sick? Oh, yes. It's the deep V of a receding hairline. That's the symbol for true power. This thing is amazing, man. This just, like, activates my whole hand. Morbid Opportunist. You know, I'll just pick it off. I don't see a reason not to. It's the right thing to do. XX Original Sins has been watching since the Fusion Core days. Can we get a Fusion Core dance one time, please? You got it, man. You got it. Ooh, he's getting some sweet memories. Vengeful Strangler is a bit of an issue. It's a bit of an issue for sure. Oh, that's fantastic. Sure, let's just sacrifice him. Perfect. The reason I did it in that way is this side will deal 1 damage to me. Beginning of your Enchant player's upkeep. Sacrifice non-land permanent. This is not like an amazing turn, but I basically get to kill a Novice Occultist. Sure. Amazing. Amazing. Great news. I'll just play this. It might get flipped. A little bit of a problem. A little bit of a problem. Not a problem. I don't know why it always meows there. It weirds me out. It does hurt. It does hurt a little bit. That is actually a real problem. That's amazing. I forgot we have this. This has lifelink. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Wow, hungry for more, man. Fuck yeah. Alright, good. So since this is the lineup, what do we do here? I think I just swing with this one. Has lifelink. Ooh, because then we get hungry for more and Arrogant Outlaw the next turn. Feels so good. I mean, you can block with the cut purse. It'll chew through that. Circles, wait, that meow is from the game. I thought it was Sheriff or Despy. Spelling is correct spherical, but no, that meow is the... That meow is the game. Anytime you, like, blow something up, for some reason the game board's like, meow! Yeah, I'll put it on top. It's like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my opponent can beat me if they have a Vampire Outlaw. It's your pet in the game? Oh, it's this thing? I don't even... Oh my god, it is! You're right! Whoa! I mean, that's some crazy shit right there. There it is. I had no idea. I didn't realize this was my pet, man. I'm not paying attention at all. All right, yeah, pass that turn, baby. Meow. Coming to get ya. Baby, I'm coming to get ya. Oh, give me that sweet heals. This does not deal any damage now. This doesn't deal any damage now. Well, we actually have some pretty good top deck and ruse happening here. I'm just going to chill. Remember, we have Neonates Rush in large numbers. I gotta turn off that DK30 alarm. Turn off, you DK30. I don't need to run mine. Nobody to do nothing for nobody. No blocks. Please, sack away. You can change the pet's color. Holy cow, look at this. Look at this haphazardly implemented color changing thing. That's good stuff, yeah. Be nice and orange for me, friend. I mean, dude, if I just get the Neonates Rush, we, like, crush. Man, that stunk. That was a lot of lands in a row. And if this gets countered, we just die. That's alright. We live to see another day. Yeah, so, I mean, that was close game, rough game, close game. Mike says, I'm sorry, what's your reasoning for not killing creatures past couple turns with ambushers? Ah, let me show you. The short answer is there's no way to do it. Short answer is there's no way to do it. Because, very importantly, this says, when it enters a battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, It deals X damage to up to one target creature, planeswalker, X the number of vampires you control. So I had not done any damage to my opponent, which is why we were holding them in hand. They would have just come out as 3 mana 2/2s. And this is also one of the reasons why you hear me say so often, wow, we really need Vampire Interlopers. Wow, we really need 2-drops. Wow, we really need 2-drops. Because if you have the 2-drops, this allows for ways to activate the Voldaren Ambushes. Voldaren Ambushes. Thermo Alka Boy. So you'll see a green mana, huh? How will this change our play? Oh! Not at all! Woo! Flying 2/1s. Having so much fun. Fulgurite Perforator hits me, man. I'm gonna hit right back. Uh-oh. No, my guys. Oh! I realized I could have done this in this order and gotten in an extra damage. Would that have been good? Yes. Shirtless men tribal. Ain't nobody wearing nothing. White mana! Oh no! I suddenly feel very powerless. Very powerless indeed. Listen, if you want to use a combat trick to kill a Thermo Alchemist, man, be my guest. Unless it's a Neonate Rush, in which case that would be quite bad for us. Famished Foragers. I'm gonna get neonataled here. Moonrager. Oh, thank God. That's what a relief. What a relief to see that. Coming in. Coming in. Wish I would have gotten maybe 1 or 2 of these. These cards are actually pretty nice. Little ping-pongies, left and right. Little ping-pongies to win the game at night. Sure. Seems like a fair plan as any. I think this is important to crack first. So we're happy to take damage here because we have a Hungry for more. Man, this Thermo Alchemist is doing stuff. It's doing stuff here, man. Alright, my opponent is dead. Super duper dead. Alright, so we do this. Huh? My opponent has to block here. So, I mean, this is 9 damage coming in. Our opponent needs to be able to figure out how to deal another 5 to kill us. I guess another 4. So I guess double Moonrager Slash is an option. Probably just eat this. Now we're out of double Moonrager slash range. Double Moonragers slash range, excuse me. And there's the win. Okay, cool. Whew, whew. Hoping to go the distance. Hoping to find my way. Hoping to be strong. I'm just sharing some of the lyrics from Mulan. Or is that from Hercules? I don't know. I conflate the song of those. Hercules. I think it was Hercules. I said Mulan and my brain was like, error. We've done something wrong, but we're not sure what. God, I don't know if this is a good enough hand. I think it's okay, because I can go turn 3, 4, 5, but not having a turn 2 play feels very concerning. Ooh. I think it's actually okay. We're against Tommy Lee Jones. Good to see you. Disney songs. We have Bowles saying one. Velrun, we got to be careful about just. Oh, that sucks. About just saying Nicol Bolas things. Got to be really careful about that. How many wins do we have? 2. Be careful. Like Bolas needs to just come out at certain times. We can't squeeze water from stone every day. You know. Blue-footed pig says, "Careful singing Disney songs. You might get flagged for copyright." See, Valorant, I'll give you this. I'll give you. Ah. Ah. Hit me. Oh. That is really horrific news for us. Ah, this is what I was worried about. Fuck. Valorant is my favorite thing. I know it is. I know. Oh. Here's the thing. When it comes to funny stuff... Oh my god, shit. Is this bad? Yeah, it sure is. We're completely screwed. We would only have been completely screwed if our opponent was like 1, 2, 3 on the ramp. And my opponent was 1, 2, 3 on the ramp, and that's all there is to it, you know. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. So we'll chump the Ecstatic Awakener. I've got no problems with that. Unit rush, probably. Yeah, I mean, that's just a very good opening. This fucking sucked, man. This was terrible. I mean, this is one of these games that just makes my soul burn. You know, like this is why I will say that RTS games I still like, broadly speaking, more than card games. Is games like this where the scope of helplessness and I could have done nothingness. You know, it's like I was presented with it as what is generally speaking, broadly speaking, a kind like in some ways a great hand, 2 removal, the ability to play on turn 3 a removal, and a strong card on turn 4. Because the fact is, it's not that we had a bad draw and we lost because of a bad draw. It's that we had an opening hand that if we were against some kind of very... if we're up against an aggressive deck, probably not the best. I mean, I think I actually do need to do this. If we're up against an aggressive deck, it's bad for us. Anything else, it's great for us. And that's the thing that I didn't like. Is when I saw my opponent go turn 1 Ecstatic Awakener, turn 2 Vampire Socialite, it was like, oh, God. Nothing. Okay. Good. I'm a dog. Tuesday said, do you think best of 3 drafts would make it more enjoyable? It's sort of orthogonal to the point. Because I can still have that exact loss happen in a best of 3. I'd be blown away if my opponent blocked this. Blown away. Can you explain what you mean by orthogonal? It is a completely unrelated and different thing. Orthogonality is a concept in mathematics. It's the generalized term for perpendicular. So like 2 axes that do this, the x-axis and the y-axis. The y value has no impact on the x value. The x value has no impact on the y value. And so on. Hooray, we can do something about this. Blood Tithe Collector and Hungry for More could potentially get us there. But yeah, like if it's a best of 3, you know, if in one of those games I have the same run out that I did in the other game, I'd still be like, ah, boo. All right, Snarly Barley Boy. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's kind of close. Alright, I mean, that saves some damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I don't attack this, huh? Fuck, I'm 1 mana off. Fuck. Shit, I fucked up. Oh, I forgot it did the flipperoo. Still okay. God, stupid off by 1 errors. Okay, so we're gonna pass. No blocks. Alright. Off the top. God damn it, that's so fucking annoying. Ah! Ah! Ay, 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 ay. Ah, man, what a brutal draft. What a brutal draft. What a brutal series of games. I mean, I'm not too upset about the draft. I think the draft itself went great. I think the draft itself went terrifically. And I think that's the thing that I'm most happy about with that last one, which is the draft itself. We kind of had an opening that we then switched to Rakdos, and then it worked great. We had a very close game that we lost. We had a game where we got kind of hosed. And also in the close game where we lost, we just drew land a bunch of turns in a row. But I would still call that a close and reasonable game. That last game, I would also call a close and reasonable game. Although having 2 Hungry for Mores in the opening hand is a little bit wanting. And then we got completely hosed in one of the games. That's all right. That's all right.